The story of the White Mantle. The White Mantle is a benevolent religious order formed years ago by the revered Saul D'Alessio. As the one true government of Kryta, the White Mantle is devoted to spreading the tenets of the holy unseen ones and defending the land from evil. Saul D'Alessio was a sinner. A gambler, drunk and thief, Saul was exiled from Kryta for his many crimes. This deeply flawed individual was not seeking wisdom and atonement when he stumbled into the wilderness, but he found both in the unseen ones, glorious deities who revealed their secrets to him. After receiving their ancient wisdom, Saul D'Alessio emerged from the wilderness a transformed man, wearing a mantle of white to match the purity of his soul, for such is the transformative power of the unseen ones. Saul revealed the teachings of the Unseen Ones to a Kryta ruled by decadent royalty, mired in the worship of false gods and threatened by Char invaders. His message of hope took root and flowered during Kryta's darkest hour, when the rampaging Char horde threatened the land's survival. With an army of white-robed followers and the blessings of the Unseen Ones, Saul D'Alessio repelled the Char invasion, but sacrificed his life in the process. Today, citizens and residents of Kryta revere Saul D'Alessio as the man who died so they may live in freedom. In the peaceful aftermath of the Great War, the White Mantle assumed rightful control of Kryta and returned the land back to the people. It was a golden age of prosperity and peace. Each year, the Mantle selected promising Krytan citizens to study under the Grand Masters at the Temple of the Unseen. Although the Chosen gratefully received this ultimate gift of enlightenment, blasphemous rumours about their fate spread among the ignorant. A band of royalist rebels, the so-called Shining Blade, began making treasonous allegations and fanning the embers of discontent among the masses. These killers and malcontents skulked in the wild, committing cowardly sneak attacks against the Mantle and avoiding honourable combat. The treachery of the royalist scum took a heavy price on the White Mantle. Many true servants of Kryta were cut down by heathen magic or a coward's blade in the back. Today, the White Mantle may not be as numerous as we once were, but we have faith in the Unseen Ones and the power of the righteous. The Unseen Ones offer wisdom and peace to the believer, and death to the rebel and the heretic. The Unseen Ones. They are the bringers of wisdom, the eyes that watch all, and the silent saviours of Kryta. We call them the Unseen Ones, for only a blessed few can directly behold them without being driven mad by their unearthly magnificence. All others must receive the teachings of the Unseen Ones through their chosen emissaries, the White Mantle. To obey the White Mantle is to obey the Unseen Ones. Blasphemous liars will claim that the Unseen Ones are not gods, but are rather demonic spellcasters. If you hear a fellow Krytan spreading such treason, report them to the nearest White Mantle member immediately for re-education. Oh yeah, I think I did. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Yeah, do you like that? There's a little bit of White Mantle propaganda for you there. Yeah, so that's like one remnant, I suppose, of this viral campaign that really had us thinking that we could play as both White Mantle and the Shining Blade, and it never really came through in the end. But there was some of the White Mantle propaganda, because that was like a big part of the viral campaign. It was like you'd see propaganda for both sides, and it was really cool. Anyway, right, so yeah, here we've got Thackeray. I don't remember if I've actually... let's just speed this up, shall we? What exactly do you want? Right. Oh, I'm sorry. You must be in a rush and I'm keeping you. I just need something sweet. Drinks, an exotic meal, and lots of candles. It's for a picnic. Okay, so, basically, what we've got going on here... We can ask him about candles again here. Are you serious? That's what we saw last video. Right. Basically, what we've got is... a whole bunch of different items which we need to get Thackeray. In fact, we need to give him 4 specific items. This is really cool, though, the amount of effort that's been gone into here. So he says, do you have something that to help my plan come to fruition? He'd love half a dozen candles. Okay, so we need to get him candles. He also wants sweets, he wants drinks, and he wants an exotic meal. Okay, right? Candles you can only get from one place in the entire game, and I'll show you where that is in this video. And there's nothing else you can offer him. There are only candles, a certain type of candle you can get him. However, sweets, drinks, and exotic meals. Okay, these are 3 different types of items that you may have, if you can think at all, at any point during your time ever playing Guild Wars. If you've ever seen something and thought, that seems kind of like a food. And that goes from the very obvious sweets like candy corn and stuff. That goes from really obvious crap like that to really obscure things like finding just some seeds dropped by maybe some aloes or something in Kryta. Nearly all of these items you can actually give to Thackeray. He won't accept them all, all, but you can give nearly all of them to him, and half of them he's got like unique dialogue for. So like the seeds, for instance, I mentioned that's actually a real thing you can give him. If you give him these seeds, he basically turns around and says, what the hell are these? Why am I supposed to eat these? You know, in Nightfall you can get Heket, you can get like Heket Tongue from killing the Heket. You can try and give Thackeray one of those tongues and he'll like recoil and he'll be like, oh, what the hell is this? Why are you doing this? There's so much cool dialogue and interesting things there at Thackeray, but obviously I don't have all of the items, because it's pretty much any item you can think of you can try and give to him, and that really ties into if you were an actual player who was discovering these things on your own and this update had come out, you would be out there finding as many random pieces of items you can possibly find and trying to give them to Thackeray, hoping that he'll accept them. But he'll only accept a few, right? And basically you've got these three categories. You've got sweets, drinks, and the actual meal, something exotic, right? In each of these categories, he'll accept like 5 items in the game, and he'll say, all right, yeah, I can take this to the picnic for Gwen. But out of those 5 or 6 items, there's one which he'll deem perfect, and he'll be like, this is amazing, thank you so much, and he'll give you something in return. If you give him crap, he'll give you in return sacks of random junk, which are basically consumable items you can double click and just get literally random junk out of. So hold on, we've got a jungle troll tusk here. Maybe if we're lucky we'll be able to give it to him. Actually, what else have we got in our inventory? I know I'm running around like a headless chicken here. We'll see. I doubt I'll be able to give him the tusk. I'll try. But yeah, so you've got all these different items. I'm going to show you guys the perfect items, of course, and those dialogue. However, there's a lot of other dialogue around. Wait, what's his... hold on. So I've got a drink here. What is the drink? You haven't been experimenting, have you? I am not a mixed drink sort of man. Oh, we can give him the automatonic. See, this is nuts. You can give him so much stuff. Here, have the tonic. No, think about it. How would looking like somebody else increase my chances of getting the girl? Hard to be romantic when looking like some kind of snarling beast. Pass. So he's got so much cool dialogue. Please, for the love of God, look in the description of this video. There's so much hilarious stuff that I just don't have the time to get all the items to show you guys. They're really, really, really cool. If I do get some more random crap, however, while we're completing this, then for sure I will definitely check that out and show you guys. So basically, the first perfect item, what should we do? No, let's get the candles first. Okay, so you're a player, you've heard that he wants candles. You have to think, oh crap, where the hell are candles? When have I ever seen candles in Guild Wars? How do I ever get my hands on some candles? Are they a quest item? What are they? Well, it turns out that in pre-searing Ascalon, and I never show you... Actually, I think I did. I'm going to have to go back and check my videos. I think I did. One of the first videos I ever did, I pointed these out. In the catacombs, there's a woman, okay, called Necromancer Mune. And this Necromancer woman actually has some candles in the quest. If you're doing Necromancer quests, or they could just be side quests, she will give you some candles for a quest. I may have even done the quest on the Let's Play. Oh, I wish it wasn't a year ago and I could remember clearly. But basically, you're supposed to, as the player, you're supposed to think, oh, right, okay, so there were candles there. Well, hold on, we can't go back to pre-searing Ascalon. So then you're supposed to think, well, where might Necromancer Mune be? Ah, well, there you go. Now you're onto something. You could go to the Sardelic Sanitarium, which at the end of the day, this is basically Ashford Abbey. This is right outside where the catacombs are. We can see the cave in, obviously, when we get here. Oh, we haven't been here for a while, have we? Do you remember me walking out of here and saying, oh, right, okay, now you're going to watch me level up? And then I did the little montage of me leveling up from level 10 to, or whatever level I was, to level 10. Yeah, but you'll see down here, like, this is where the catacombs were. They're all caved in now. We won't get back into there until Guild Wars 2, sadly. But Necromancer Mune was down there. And, oh, look! She's still here. Hey, how's it going? You can speak to her. And she has a quest for us, apparently. I'm going to read this out anyway. Do you wish to prove yourself a true necromancer? Well, not really, but okay. Then I have a task for you. A group of Grawl raided the sanitarium several days past. We drove them off, but not before they carried off a valuable artifact, a holy relic that Menlo had retrieved from the catacombs. The Grawl were last seen just north of here. I shall accompany you on this mission to evaluate your performance. When you're ready, meet me just outside of the sanitarium. Okay, I'll undertake the challenge. No, we're not actually going to do that, guys. Said we're going to speak to her. And she says, adventurous one, what brings you to the dock today? And check it out, there's some actual dialogue here. This was added, no players knew that it was here. You just had to use your initiative and figure out what the hell was going on. And you can actually ask her, haven't you used votive candles in your rituals? Why, yes, well remembered from 8 years ago. Why, yes, she says, I have. Haven't you? I don't recall, that's why I'm asking you. Do you remember where you got the candles? Of course I do, I make them. You make them? Could I buy a few? I would make you some for free, but I have no wax. Very few bees around these parts. Bring me 3 honeycombs, intact. No nibbles, no bites. I need all the wax, intact. Bring me that, and I'll make a batch of candles. Oh shit, so now we need 3 honeycombs. Well, you may remember, I've talked about this a lot in Eye of the North. I talked about it quite recently in the Dungeon series as well. There is only one place in the entire game outside of Nicholas the Traveller that you can find honeycombs. That's what I'm going to demonstrate to you guys, because I think doing the Nicholas the Traveller method's a little bit of a cop-out, to be honest. And to do it, we have to go to this remote area near Rhaegar's Menagerie, if you remember, in the Char homeland. So I'm going to cut it, because there's no way we need to see the whole walk there again. I will cut it until we're there, and see you guys in a second. So we'll see what we can do about getting our hands on some honeycombs. Oh, the efforts we go to hook up Gwen and Kieran. I don't know why I've had for like the past 50 episodes, I've had my party window huge like that, and I don't know why I've been doing that. I'm so stupid. I should have had it like this. Yeah, hi guys, we're back here. So yeah, we're out here. Remember Rhaegar's Menagerie? And there was this one guy here who I've spoken to far too many times without it actually meaning anything. But now finally we can speak to this guy. And I will clarify this. I'm not actually going to make a trade here because this is a massive rip-off. But basically, Galton Franks here, he says, wherever you find Gruul, Char are not far behind. I've convinced the Vanguard to test this theory. I think the Gruul are either proto-Char or, more likely, an important source of Char nutrition. Either way, removing the Gruul should help thin out the Char. If you want to aid my research, kill Gruul and bring me their stone necklaces so I can keep an accurate count. Ultimately, we may have to remove all the Gruul as a part of the solution to the Char problem. For now, every 8 will be enough. Okay, so on the way here, now they are quite common drops. On the way here, I actually got 3. I only picked 1 up just to demonstrate. They are kind of common drops, right? So you will find them around. If you don't want to use Nicholas, which is really, as I say, it's kind of the authentic way in my eyes. If you don't want to use Nicholas, you're going to have to get a crap lot of these, because Necromancer Immune needs 2 honeycombs for 1 candle, and Thackeray, Kieran, he wants 6 candles. So that's going to be a hell of a lot of Gruul necklaces, right? So if you don't want to be running around farming like this, I suggest you either go and do Nicholas the Traveller for this week, and hope you get some, or just go to wherever Nicholas is and just ask in chat, hey, I'm buying some honeycombs. They're not actually that rare. They're really not, because they're quite common drops from Nick, and everybody does Nick, so it's pretty cool. It gives your whole party a 5% morale boost, which is pretty sweet, actually. They're like clovers, but they're the next level up. So they are quite cool items. Shouldn't be too expensive, but if you want to do it authentically, then sure, come out here. So what I'm going to do is, actually I've got a guild mate right now lined up with some honeycombs waiting in the guild hall right now. So I'm going to buy those, then I'll see you guys when we get back to Necromancer Moon. So yeah, let's do this. Awesome. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got I bought loads of honeycombs. I probably won't need all of these, to be honest, but I got them just so that I can show you that what you can do actually with Thackeray is quite funny. You can keep giving him items even though he's already accepted them. So by doing this, I can demonstrate to you what these random sacks of junk are in a minute. So yeah, you've got your honeycombs, so we'll take them back to Necromancer Moon or Moone. I've never known how to pronounce her name. I suppose her name's Germanic, like a lot of the Ascalonian names are like quite Germanic, which is quite cool, because so, if you remember, so are the Kurzic names, and both the Kurzics and the Ascalonians have very similar architecture. See, they all these little things that are quite similar. Where are you, Necromancer? Here you are. Hello, Moone. So we say, oh, I've got 3 honeycombs. Would you make me some candles? Oh, wait, so you only need 3? Oh, I take it back. Oh, okay, wow, you get 6 candles from just 3 honeycombs. Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, we'll make a few batches of these. Here we go. You only need 1 batch, though. Don't worry about it. This beeswax is very fine for making candles. I'd forgotten how calm the dipping makes me feel. I wonder if that's a reference to something, or just a little throw at how not all necromancers are evil bastards. They do like honey and dipping stuff in honey. So there you go. Enjoy that image of Necromancer Mooney dipped in honey, and we will now go to get our next item, right? So basically, oh no, let's hand in the first one. Yeah, you can probably guess. I didn't really plan out this video, so to speak, before doing it. The thing is, the scavenger hunt's so weird because it's such a short part of the war in Kryta, right? In the grand scheme of things, but it's got so much like depth to it, dare I say. That it's just very, very, very kind of odd. In fact, while we're here, I can give him a couple of the other items as well that I've got off camera, right? So, as I said, he'll give you plenty. Basically, I've gone and gathered up some random crap I've found on my account and got what I know to be 2 perfect items. So let's speak to Thackeray here. He says, so we can say, I've got 6 candles direct from Necromancer Moone. I've made them just for you. Amazing! From Ascalon, I'm nearly speechless. I think Gwen will really love these. Thank you. And should you get any more, I'd take a few more bunches of 6. Okay, so what he'll get for that, that's a perfect item. Really, this is the only item that you can do, so you always get perfect. And you'll see he gives us a paper-wrapped parcel, right? And it's got, these are such cool items, but they're really rare because, to be frank, rank, you can only get them from this, so it's kind of cool. I don't know how much they sell for. Nobody really sells them just because they're that rare anyway, but you can get all kinds of cool stuff out of these. We'll open them in a bit. Here's some more of the candles. It says handcrafted by Necromancer, which is quite cool. You don't get many items that sort of have a little description like that on them. Let's give him a couple more, but now you'll see if we give him any more, he instead gives us a sack of random junk, which literally looks like a grocery bag, which is brilliant. But we've got some other items here, of course, here. This birthday cupcake, you know how he wants something sweet, right? I think I found you something sweet. Oh, we can offer to give him so much. The birthday cupcake is the perfect answer. But if I give him that, will it stop me being able to try and give him all these other things? Should we just try and give him a honeycomb straight up? Too sticky, too sweet, I'll pass. See, I want to give you guys all of the dialogue, but I don't know which are sort of perfect for this. What about green rock candy? Rock candy? Are you sure it's candy? Seems weird. Here you go, Gwen. I've got you rocks. No, it's candy. I think I will pass. Okay, alright. Don't be such a picky... He will seem like a very picky bastard if you're not careful. Golden egg. Do you want a golden egg? What am I, a goose? Gifting her golden eggs? Ha! No, I think not. Okay, what else have we got? We've got candy corn. I think that could be an actual thing, and I don't want to risk it, so we're going to go with the birthday cupcake, which is the perfect accepted thing. A birthday cupcake, yes, yes. I think it must be this. What else could be more perfect? Brilliant. So they're going to have cupcakes at their picnic. Oh, we can still offer to give them stuff. Okay, try and give them candy corn. Those are sickeningly sweet. Who wants to eat these things anyway? Pass. Right. Okay, cool. Never mind then, Thackeray. And the other thing we've got are drinks, right? So we already tried to give him a drink of an automatonic. Let's try and give him a squash serum. These things came obviously from Halloween. Turn your heads into pumpkins. Not very romantic, is it? It's actually a bit creepy, really. Pass. Yeah, it is quite creepy. Have I ever showed you guys these? I must have at Halloween. Pretty actually, this is one of the first things you could get in Halloween. The first mask was like a giant pumpkin mask as well, so that was pretty cool to be able to have that. You just have like a glowing orange head. The perfect drink for him, I don't know why it is the perfect drink, but it's hard apple cider. Now, if you guys are going to try and get all the perfect stuff along with me here, I've got some bad news. Hard apple cider cannot be got at any time of year except for on the weekend when it's released. And I think that's the one where clovers drop as well, which is a real shame. And it's the same with the birthday cupcake, in fact, so do bear that in mind. If you want the perfect items, they are the harder ones to get. You may have to just find yourself, you may end up finding yourself in Camadan for a while just trying to buy these items. If not, there are various other things that will accept as the drinks. I'll have in the description at least a link to the wiki page which will say all the other things that will accept as drinks. I'm sure there are much easier drinks that you can get, like for instance Dwarven Ale. I know that if you try and give him aged Dwarven Ale, he'll say it's way too strong. If you try and give him Absinthe, he'll say it's way too strong. But some ale, some of those drinks, they're actually pretty good. But hard apple cider, he says yes. How did you know? That would add just the right touch to the picnic. Gwen loves apples. She tries to hide it, but I've seen her eyes light up when we get in a new bushel. Wow, brilliant. Okay, cool. So there you go. That's that. So we've got three really items now. All we need is the meal itself, an exotic meal. Okay. Will you really not accept my automatonic, please? No? Alright, so what we need is an exotic meal. Now, the exotic meal is kind of cool to get. It's something that I've shown you before in the Let's Play, but I'm more than happy to show it again. And it can be got at any time during the year, so this should be pretty sweet. We're going to come back into Elona. Now, if you remember, in the early areas of Elona, there are actually a lot of collectors, a lot of chefs around, and they'll give you various weird items that give you, like, very, very odd buffs that just don't seem to be very helpful for many things. I think one of them's around here. Please tell me one of the chefs is around here. I'm sure one of the chefs is around here. Rune Trader. Hold on, let's... Oh, the UMAP won't show it, will it? Am I in the wrong area? No, yeah, check it out. Chef Loban. There were lots of these guys around his stand, you remember? And they'll trade just one item, but it'll be like a rare thing. So this is Drake Kabob, right? So have you ever tried Iron Tooth Drake? It tastes like chicken, except so much sweeter and more tender. Bring me one chunk of Drake flesh, and I'll roast you a treat you won't soon forget. This is, a lot of these items, right, are the exotic meals. Like, Thackeray will accept many of these. So if you want, you can feed them Drake Kabob if you really want to. I'm pretty sure that's not the perfect item, but now that I'm looking at it, I have my doubts, so 1 second. Ah, well, would you look at that? Yes, this is the perfect item. Wow, okay, I thought it was something else. I thought it was somewhere completely different. I thought it was out in corner. Alright, never mind. So this is actually the perfect item. All we need to do is go out and kill a single drake. Now, the flesh that the drakes themselves drop, this chunks of drake flesh, you can actually give that to Kieran as well, and he will accept that as a pretty decent item. But if you have the chef cook it as well, Kieran will actually like it that much more. I love this. This isn't something nothing you really experience in Guild Wars much, is it? But like sort of actually going out there and fight. It reminds me of when I used to play RuneScape, actually, funny enough, sort of finding items like this from different chefs and getting different people to cook things and all kinds of cool stuff like that. So yeah, it is very, very cool. I'm not going to show what's going on. 138 damage, love it. I'm going to basically just go and find some Drake. I know where some are. There. Oh no, we have been to Champion's Dawn. Brilliant. Yeah, so you can actually farm some Drake. Wow, this video has literally been all over the place. You can come outside of Champion's Dawn, not in the cliffs of Dodgok. You can go out in the other area. And find a whole bunch of Drake just out here and just keep farming them. This is what I used to do. In fact, we don't even need a team to kill these Drake. Out in the plains of Jaren, I think, at least. I'm about to be proved wrong if not, but that's okay, because not everybody knows everything. Or at least that's what I tell myself at night. Come on, Drakes. Fang de boggers. Shit, no, where are the Drakes? Could have sworn that there were some Drakes out here. Maybe they're just around the corner. Scale? No, it's not scale that I want. Alright, no, they're definitely not here. I'm just going to go farm some Drake. I can't remember where some of the closest Drake are, but I'll be sure to point it out. I'm sure there was some just outside Champion's Dawn. Out there in the water? No, those are termites. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to waste more time. I'll see you guys in a sec. Hey, there we go. So here we go. These Drakes right here, they were right next to where I was. It was just literally down this hill here. These insects, don't worry about these. These guys won't actually fight you. Mind you, they don't actually fight you because they're so weak, but then you can also like one hit them. Oh, well, come on. I was one hitting them earlier. You can one hit them if need be. But yeah, just keep killing these Drakes here and you'll get yourself a chunk of Drake flesh. Like I say, you can hand that into Thackeray if you want. You really can. And he'll accept it as a fine gift, but just get it cooked. I mean, how easy is that to do? Just go to the chef and get it traded in, and you'll be rewarded much greater for it. Actually, I don't think that even if you get a perfect item, I don't think that actually changes whether you get a nicely wrapped up parcel instead of a bag of trash. It just changes the dialogue basically, and he'll give Gwen the perfect meal. It doesn't really have a massive effect on on the plot, but it's nice to be able to do it. So there you go, Drake Kebab. Sweet, but if you're wondering, the thing that I thought it was the one out here at the Sunspit Sanctuary with the guys in Maloney's village at Ronjok, but it's not. So yeah, there we go. That's that one done. That's all of them, isn't it? Wow, Jesus. Not as long as I thought it was going to be. So we'll go back out and speak to Thackeray. I must admit this Drake Kebab did sound particularly delicious. So here's Thackeray, and he says, where's our option? I have something that passes for food in many parts of the world. Do you want it? What do you mean passes for food? What is this mysterious fare? It's a Drake Kebab. Now that is a meal. Simple, delicious, and appropriate for the setting. Yes, that will do perfectly. Brilliant. So there we go. That's all of the things. What does he have to say for us now? He says, that's it. That's almost everything I need. I'd love half a dozen candles, and I'm still accepting offers for sweets, drinks, and an exotic meal. I think I've got the perfect sweets, drinks, and meal, but I might be interested in looking at some possible alternatives. So basically what this is saying here is, hey, if you've got anything else that I'll accept, fine, just keep giving it to me, and I'll keep giving you sacks of random junk, okay? So just keep doing it. Eventually he will stop taking stuff from you. For instance, now he's not taking shit off from me anymore in that category, and eventually you'll have all of the consumables that you can possibly get. At that point, okay, and make sure you're happy that you've got all the stuff that you want off of him from these items, and at that point you can say to him, almost, what more could you possibly need? And he'll say, the hardest part, I still need to get the girl, okay? Right, and then after that, zone out, and you have triggered the next part of the storyline, and you can go back into the Hall of the Monuments for another, and in some regards, the final meeting in the Hall of Monuments, meeting between Gwen and Thackeray. But this video's got on long enough, so I'm just going to quickly open these up and then we'll end it there before seeing the next bit. So paper wrap, no, let's open the sacks of random junk. Now these things can carry pretty much anything. If you go to the wiki link in the description, you'll see that there's just so much crap that can come out of these. But what are we going to get? We've got 3 red iris flowers. Shouldn't you have given those to Gwen? We've got a fossilized summoning stone, which summons a raptor ally. See, there can be some cool stuff. I remember being really excited about these, but because it's not repeatable, this scavenger hunt, and you can't keep getting these, they're not as fun, I don't think. It'd be really fun to just log on every day and just get another sack of random junk and see what might happen and what might come out of it. I really like the idea of a consumable that can be literally anything in the game. That's really cool. And another one, we got 15 char hides. So there you go. The paper wrapped parcels, you tend to get nicer things out. You can get like consumable sets and shit out out of these, which is really good. So first one gives us, so you check it out, a Grail of Might. The next one is 3 Arctic Summoning Stones. This will summon us Cavale Dolphs. The next one is an Armor of Salvation. Well, I'm pretty lucky on these. I was never this lucky before. And the last one is 3 Refined Jellies. These things over here. So these will remove 50% of our death penalty. These Refined Jellies were the consumable you could get in the use pit. I actually spoke to the collector during the dungeon series. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he'll give you those for like 8 or 9 blobs of ooze. So yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I'm leaving it on a cliffhanger and we're not seeing the end of that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. See you next time, everybody.